is a fat guy holiday. It's the day after Valentine's Day when all the chocolate goes on sale. I will be definitely stopping by because at some point you never know when you're going to need that chocolate fix, and that's definitely where I'm going to go with it.
Well, you never know when you're going to do something wrong, and you can just pull out one of those boxes of chocolates for the old lady.
Yeah, just make sure you blow the dust off the box.
Well, why don't we take a break? We're going to leave here with another one I stumbled upon. This one from across the pond, as they say. The name of the band is Vice Squad, punk rock Vice Squad. The name of the song is Latex Love.
Talk about your segues.
That's a beautiful segue. You're listening to My Night Out Radio on rifreeradio.org. We'll be back in a minute.
Don't regress anymore. We can't go.
Welcome back, my night outers. That was Happy Body, Slow Brain, Never Loved. And before that, a new submission from Vice Squad. Name of that song was Latex Love. By the way, if you want to get a submission in, you want to send me some of your music, MyNightOutRadio@Verizon.net, or just send me a link on Facebook /MyNightOut. Or even just send it to me personally, DJ Psyco Eddie. Send me a link. As long as it's in MP3 format, I'll be more than happy to play it as long as it is radio friendly. Also, visit my webpage, MyNightOutRI.com. I like to say my webpage, but I'm not the one who runs it. Thank you, Tony Jones Omnimedia, for that one.
Well, like most things I do, myself, DJ Psyco Eddie, and George Nasser were supposed to run this website together, and I just ended up doing everything, like everything else I do.
Well, part of the reason for that is I have seen you in action enough to know that it's not always everyone else's fault that this happens. I mean, we started out a couple of projects where, Tony, show me how to do this, and I'll take over. I've just never, it's never been shown because Tony just focuses. He's slightly a detail obsessive, and
yeah, he's a little OCD to the point where I don't think at this point that I could even submit an article now if I wanted to on my own webpage.
I think it's called Asperger's.
Yeah, he's
an awesome name for a restaurant, Asperger's.
Let's get out of before we get ugly on this one. By the way, everyone, this is February. February is Grinder Month. That's right. The Rhode Island Food Fights Italian Grinder Throwdown is in full effect. I don't even know how many places they have. I've just been watching the pictures and salivating. Jim Nellis, again, he puts on a phenomenal setup. You go around with a little ticket. That ticket gets you a free sandwich. You can't go wrong with that. Yes, I do pronounce the G in sandwich. That's the hidden G. You don't really see it, but you pronounce it.
Of course.
Also, Rhode Island Food Fights, March 20th. Mark it on your calendars. If any chance you've got the diabetes, this will make it a lot worse. It's called the Great Cupcake Championship. Sunday, March 20th at the Hope Artists Village. Yacht Club Soda, Granny Squib, Warwick Ice Cream is going to be there. New Harvest Roasters, which is pretty much at every function that Rhode Island Food Fights does. I brought a 16-year-old, my nephew. He's supposed to be able to eat, and I've seen him. By the end of it, he was calling for mercy. He was just asking for water and to be left alone.
And now, what Jim has done, and there's been some complaints, unfortunately, that it wasn't enough to go around, that it was overcrowded. What Jim has done with these events going forward is he's limited the tickets. So there are 400 tickets. And that's it. Once you're out, you're out, which is, for us that have tickets, is good because we can scalp those tickets. They'll become a commodity. But he has actually limited the attendance to these events, so there'll be less wait time.
Cupcake ticket scalping. I mean,
what are you in for?
That's like scalping low numbers at the deli, which around Christmas time I can understand. But so anyways, Great Cupcake Challenge. Jim's got a few other pretty good-sized events coming up. I know January was the Chicken Wing Challenge. Congratulations again to, I believe it was Boneheads in West Warwick, right down the street from us. They won again. About 3 years now, about there. Well, congratulations to those guys. Onward and upward to upcoming events. Freak Fest 7. Now this will be the fourth one that I've been at, and yes, I've already booked it. I am DJing Freak Fest 7. I can't let too much information out because it hasn't been made public.
Okay, how about general information?
General information.
What is it?
It is. It's a show. It's a very interesting show.
I gather that.
It's something that you need to experience it. They bring out fetish people. They bring out sideshow freaks. It's really a sideshow circus type atmosphere. They brings in Sess Carney usually is there. AJ Wick, Wick Carney, Sess Carney. They always put on a good show. The bands they can't even announce who the bands are going to be, but from personal experience, I've had a conversation. I do know who is coming. I have been sworn to secrecy. And
how about what genre?
It's a mix. Rock and roll, heavy metal. There's going to be a little bit of punk to it. It pretty much covers the gambit. Of course, no one is going to touch anything with hip hop in the state of Rhode Island after what happened at the Fat Squirrel.
No,
but if they do show up, and he has had some borderline hip hop, spoken word, music background that you can classify it as hip hop, but it's not a hip hop show. It's a rock show,
right?
And this is going to be the biggest tour package, the largest tour package Black Sheep Entertainment has booked to date.
Woohoo!
I can't tell you that.
That's okay. No, you've given us enough.
Our
appetite is whetted.
That's my teaser. Also, the day before the Cupcake Championship at where is it? It's at FET. The Providence Tattoo and Music Festival, also by Black Sheep Entertainment, sponsored by Bonehead Wing, Suited Devil. This is an 18 and over event only because of the tattoos, the alcohol and everything else. 2 stages, over 20 bands. But quick look, about 6 different tattoo shops are going to be there. Again, Sess and Wick Carney will be performing side shows. Boneheads is going to have a wing bar on site.
No, that's my kind of bar.
Well, last year it got so packed where I could not make it from the DJ booth to the wing bar for the entire day.
Wow.
You have to put wing grease all over your body to slide through the people.
I was tempted to jump off the mezzanine just to get down there quicker.
See, now this just goes to show that people and promoters that complain that people don't come out for events.
Right.
For the right event, people come out.
Well,
or the naysayers that'll say there's nothing going on in this state.
Right.
You just got to open
walk
your
out the
eyes.
door.
Yeah,
might not be anything going on in your basement, but walk out the door.
Well, you see, Black Sheep, I have to give Justin and Matt props. They really go out of their way to promote the hell out of everything that they put on. I don't care if it's a camp out where they're only limited into 40 people or whatever show they're doing, whatever venue they're doing it at, they pimp the hell out of it.
Well, which makes perfect sense. I mean, the biggest part of the word promoter is promote.
Exactly.
And our friends at 13 Folds are great for this. And actually, one of the nonprofits that I'm on the board for, we had to have this conversation when it comes to events, is that are you doing quality over quantity? So our friends at 13 Folds, instead of having an event once a week, quarterly, they put together one huge barn burner event.
Right.
Like Black Sheep, you eventually have to have that conversation of, are we going to throw a huge quality event, or are we just doing this just to do it?
Right.
Well, with Black Sheep, they are booking pretty much every week.
Right, but they didn't start out that way.
No, they started off a little bit on the slow side. Actually, Justin started off with going all the way back to Rock Karma. He was with them for a little while. Then he was with Mike Karp and Rambuticon, and then he went off on his own. Well, Justin joined with Matt, and they went into Black Sheep. Plus, Justin worked at Simon's, and he worked at McNeil's.
So like Tony said, building your way toward quality. In other words,
unfortunately, the thing that throws a monkey wrench into that situation when you're trying to build up a following is that nightclubs close down left and right around